Right. Um, this is the first class, I think. Um, this is Dr. Venkateswara dealing second one, the second paper, world history, 1453 to 1871, right? Are you aware about your syllabus, students? Students, please respond.
Sir?
Are you aware about your syllabus? You have any syllabus copy?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you taken
Yes,
any
sir.
syllabus copy from the department?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think you are aware about the 5 papers, right? Any idea about your pattern? Pattern of the syllabus? How many papers you have?
5 papers, sir.
5 papers, right? The first one is History of India. Next, second one is World History. Third one is History and Culture of Telangana. Fourth one is Ancient Civilizations. And fifth one is Tourism and Culture, right? Okay, so among the 5, myself dealing with the paper 2, World History, 1453 to 1871, right? So the world history is a vast subject because you already learned some of the events in your previous classes at your intermediate plus 2 level and also at graduation level, right? So you have some of the idea, but the difference is here is that the difference between your previous classes and the present classes is that here you are going to learn some of the things in detail. Okay, so then the previous one, because at your plus 2 level and graduation level, you studied the world history and some of the events from the world history in the sake of examination. Okay, in the point of examination view. Okay, so here you have the broad sense. You have to see the things in broad sense, and these will give you lot of the things in detail. Okay, so our syllabus starting with the 1453, the base year in which the fall of Constantinople is taking place, one of the capital of Byzantine Empire, and from the fall of Constantinople to the 1871. Okay, so 1871 also the base year in which the two important things in the world history has taken place. Two nations which emerged into a independent one, like the unification of Germany and unification of Italy, both has taken place in the 1871. Okay, so between these two base years, between the 1453 to 1871, the things what happened in between we'll see in our syllabus, right? So, have you any idea about any things which happened in between these 2 years? Can you give me one or two, students? You have any idea about the events which taken place in between 1453 to 1871? You have any idea?
Colonialism.
Ah, Vishnu, right?
And
Ah.
Industrial revolution, and these are some important
Yeah,
events.
right. Good. Any more? Yeah, okay. Anyhow, there are certain things has taken place in between, right? Like geographical discoveries, due to uh, due to the invention of new areas, okay, through the sea ways, okay, through the sea routes, new areas which invented because of the geographical discoveries. Okay, so geographical discoveries is one of the aspect which contributed a lot towards where the whole world into a single village or a one group. Okay, so because the persons which moving from one place to another, like where in initially Europeans have started moving from one place to another for the sake of knowing the things or knowing the new places. Okay, so then which leads to getting the valuable things from the new places and which turned into making somewhat emerging of mercantile class and also merchants and the traders visiting new places and getting new things from the new places and selling in their own native places. Okay, so this is leads to some of like a trade with the other places and which turned into a mercantilism later. Okay, so but geographical discoveries is the initial thing which leads to discovery of new places, invention of new places, later which turn into a colonies. Okay, so colonies of European nations, right? So geographical discovery is the first one we will deal with, and then due to the changes in the society, particularly in the European society, which leads to certain changes in the field of cultural aspects, in the field of various cultural aspects. Okay, so like ideas, certain new thinking has started in the form of rationalism, and rationalistic thinking has started, and due to rationalistic thinking, they also criticized uh, certain unwanted rituals which following in the society. Okay, so unwanted traditions which following at that time. Okay, so due to that, the new things has taken place and certain scientific contribution has taken place. Due to that, many changes occurred in the society, particularly in the cultural aspect and society, and also in the religious aspect. Okay, so these may be we can deal in the form of Renaissance and also the Reformation. Okay, so I will give you these things, what the things happened in between the 1453 and 1871, and I will give you the detailed syllabus, what we're going to see, particularly in the second grade. Okay, so dear students, I have to present myself uh, with my syllabus copy now. Please wait 1 or 2 minutes. I will uh, present the syllabus copy now. Just wait 1 or 2 minutes. Students, are you getting my screen?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay. So this is paper two, world history, 1453 to 1871. Because this is the second paper having 5 credits. In the same way, we have the 5 modules. Okay. So this among these 5 modules, we may discuss the things happened in between 1453 to 1871. Okay. So as a part of the module one, we'll start with the fall of Constantinople, which happened in 1453 and its significances. And next, we're going to see the revival of classical age. Okay, so revival of classical is in the sense this is the period you see certain transformation because from medieval to uh, uh, modern period. Okay, so there are certain transformation has taken place in between. Okay, so among this period, there are certain changes has taken place in the form of culture, basically. In the culture, in the sense, particularly like literature, art and architecture, and also various things like religion, like that. Okay, so there are certain revival taking place in the society. Okay, so some of the things which adopted from the past, and also they left certain things which they are all following from the past, and they adopted certain new things also. Okay, so in place of the unnecessary or unwanted traditions or rituals. Okay, so this we call as the classical age. Okay, so and we have some of the brief survey of developments which taking place in the 15th century. Basically, the spirit of Renaissance. Okay, so Renaissance in the sense it's like nothing but the revival of the culture. Okay, so culture in the sense various aspects, changes in the various aspects, right? So and its social and intellectual roots also will see, particularly its significance, particularly the literature and the cultural contribution and the scientific knowledge. Okay, so this is the period, this is the time within the 15th and 16th centuries. Certain new inventions has taken place as a part of scientific knowledge. Okay, so usage of certain compass use and certain boat system and steam, not steam engine, which later used particularly after industrialization. Okay, so before using of industrialization, they use certain mechanized boats also, and while moving from one place to the another, they use certain marine compass, and where they moving for the new places with these certain boats, not steamboats, they use some mechanized boats, okay, on the sea. And they also know the particular place, new places. They use marine compass to going in a certain direction. They are moving in correct direction or not, they can confirm with the marine compass. Okay, so and later they also use the paper as a writing material, because before that they use certain materials like the cloth and other things, and from this age they are started, and it means majority of the people of European nations, they use the paper as a writing material. Okay, and apart from that, certain weaponry they use, and they also use certain Firangis in the war and battles. Okay, so such scientific knowledge we come across from this period, and we also see some intellectual thoughts. Okay, so as a part of Renaissance, you will see certain intellectual thoughts which develop as a part of rationalistic ideas. Okay, so then due to this scientific knowledge and rationalism, they started certain inventions as a part of geographical discoveries. Okay, so as a part of geographical discoveries, they are moving one place to the another through the sea route. Okay, so moving the sea route is the basic thing. The basic thing behind this one is where, due to the Byzantine Empire, where the land route was captured by the Turks, and it is somewhat unable to cross these places towards the eastern by the Europeans, and due to the certain obstacles, certain hurdles which created by the Turks, these European nations they want to move towards the eastern with the sea. Okay, this is the main cause behind that, and anyhow, due to these things, certain uh, new inventions has taken place, and as a part of these geographical discoveries, many sea routes has discovered, and Magellan was the first person who crossed one or two sea oceans, and he round make a round whole world. Okay. So, and after geographical discoveries, the geographical discoveries will see number of sea routes from European nation who entered in the eastern part. And next one is the Reformation. Okay, so Reformation is one of the important concept we have to see, because Reformation is the Reformation is a period in which certain changes has taken place as a part of certain religious changes has taken place as a part of Christianity. So, where particularly in the Reformation, the Catholic, Roman Catholicism, which was challenged by certain Protestants. Okay, so where due to this challenging, the whole Christianity, which is turned into two parts. One is the Roman Catholic Church, and another one is the Protestants. Okay, so due to the challenging of these Protestants, certain unwanted rituals which already existed in the Christian Roman Catholicism or world church was gradually disappeared, and certain new rituals has started, and racialistic ideas has started, and the old unwanted traditions and orthodox traditions was which was discontinued and banned by the official of Roman Catholicism. Okay, so this we may see in the Reformation. As a part of Reformation, we can have certain things, the preachings of certain Protestants like Zwingli and also Martin Luther. Uh, Due to their teachings only, the Roman Catholicism will change certain traditions as a part of world church. Okay, so after the Reformation, we have the things about the Counter Reformation. Counter Reformation, in the sense, revival within the Roman Catholicism. Okay, so after the challenging for these people, like Zwingli, due to Zwinglism started, and due to Martin Luther's preachings, later Lutheranism has started, and Protestantism has started, Puritanism has started. Okay, so and the English church, one of the another church which started in the Britain. Okay, so all this became a getting certain importance than the Roman Catholicism, and due to the loss of the Roman Catholicism importance in the world, they the officials of Roman Catholicism, the Roman Catholic Church want to revival himself again. Okay, so himself want to officially disbanding the unwanted rituals which had already existed in the Roman Catholicism, and certain counter reformation has started with certain personalities. Okay, so like Ignatius Loyola and all those things, all those people. Okay, so these may we can discuss as counter reformation. Okay, so these are the things we can see in the part of module one, and in the module two, we'll see about the rise of nation states in Europe. Okay, so after rationalistic ideas, where as a part of society certain changes has taken place, where new ideology has started. Due to new ideology, the orthodoxy and also the traditional systems in the European society has closed and gradually declined. And due to the new ideology, uh, in the sphere of quality also certain changes has taken place. Okay, so new kingdoms has emerged, right? So the new kingdoms as a part of nation states, right? So where the England, certain dynasties which come to power, right? Bourbons, and as a part of France, Spain, Austria, Russia, Prussia, there are certain autocratic kingdoms as well. Okay, so where the monolithic, where uh, the where the monopoly, particularly the monarchical form of governments has started. Okay, so these maybe we discuss as a part of nation states, and then we see the enlightened despotism, and again we see a certain part, certain things regarding the feudalism in Europe and Asia, and then we have a some certain compared to perspective regarding the feudalism in Europe and Asia. Okay, we'll see certain similarities and differences in between these feudalism, which at the Europe and Asia. Okay, we'll see a comparative perspective here also, and socio-economic structures, and then we'll see the administrative institutions which taken place in the Europe basically. Okay, so then we'll move to Module 3. Module 3 is somewhat a interesting one, where the the colonialistic ideology you will see particularly here. Okay, and you also see certain things regarding the North and South American continent. Okay, so first of all, we have the things about colonialism here, and then we'll move to uh, how this colonialism, which strengthened in the 18th centuries, in 18th century America, first of all, and how the colonialism which leads to which was colonialism challenged particularly at territories of North America, basically, where the 13 American states which challenged uh, the monarchical uh, thinking of Britain. Okay, so where the North American, whole North American as a colony of Britain, where 13 colonies were important colonies we have to see as a part of American War of Independence, where combinedly these 13 colonies which challenged the autocracy of the Britain basically, and we'll see as a part of colonialism how the colonies was exploited by the mother country, uh, certain mother countries from Europe. Okay, so you are well known that certain colonial countries you see as a part of Europe, where the Portugal was one of the colonial one of the colonial country which started trade with initially trade with the other parts of the world basically, and then Portugal, Spain, later Britain, France, all these countries has started maintaining certain colonies in various places, particularly in the Asia and Africa, through the sea navigation, right? So, as a part of that, American colonies, American 13 colonies were became a colonies of Britain, and where they were very much suppressed with the autocracy of these Britain rulers, and finally the certain leaders from these 13 colonies who started challenging the autocracy of British rule. Okay, so this is we can see as a part of American War of Independence, and how these 13 colonies, and apart from these 13 colonies, like the George Washington, who lead the army of these 13 colonies, and how finally they win over these armies of Britain. Okay, so how they finally became the independent. Okay, so all these things we'll see as a part of American War of Independence. Okay, so we'll see in a detail. Okay, so we'll see certain causes and course of the American War of Independence and the consequences here. Okay, so then we'll move to the mercantilism. Mercantilism is one of the concept we have to see here, and mercantilism is nothing but a form of trade where both the private and government partnership you will see. Okay, so where the gains may be shared within the private and governments. Okay, so that may be called as the mercantilism, and then how the mercantilism leads to commercial revolution. Okay, so as a part of commercial revolution, certain changes has taken place, particularly certain commercialization of agriculture has taken place, and how the commercial crops has grown. All these we see here. Okay, so then after the American War of Independence, we will see about French Revolution, and the French Revolution was one of the important thing we going to see, where the French Revolution is one of the initial revolution which created certain miracles in the world history, which became a base or role model for various revolutions is taking place in the world later. Okay, so French Revolution is one of the basic model revolution which happened in the territories of France. Okay, so French Revolution, which uh, uh, there is certain autocratic and also hierarchical governments in the French was declined, and a new government has started, like a democratic and republic form of government we see. Okay, so and the Republican government form of democratic form of government also later, which challenged by a important ruler, nothing but Napoleon Bonaparte, and again the Napoleon Bonaparte started a monarchical form of government. Okay, so all we see here as a part of the history of the France. Okay, so then Napoleon Bonaparte, he was his rule was ended in 1815, and he done such a things. He overall changes you will see as a part of Europe. Basically, the number of borders, the geographical borders of European nations has also changed due to the Napoleon rule. Okay, where and one of the best reform or the one of the best thing which Napoleon Bonaparte done is where the Italy and Europe, Germany unifications, which was initiated due to his reforms which followed in the European territories. Okay, so where he also restricted certain European nations like the Britain or like that, and he also followed continental system with the Britain because Britain was some of the powerful country. There is he also thought that certain there is a threat with Britain with the France, so that he restricted the Britain mingling with or making following certain relations with other countries of the Europe also. Okay, so this is due to the policies of Napoleon. Certain changes has taken place. Not only the social, the not only the economical, not only a cultural, and the geographical and physical changes also taken place. Like certain borders also changed. Okay, so some countries was expanded and some countries was which compressed. Okay, so like a monarchical form of government which started Napoleon Bonaparte, which ended in 1815 finally. Okay, so and one more important thing happened in 1815 is nothing but Vienna Congress. Okay, so after end of Napoleon Bonaparte's rule, Vienna Congress, which where the representatives from the various European countries which gathered at Vienna, and again uh, uh, they want to they want to restructure the changed borders which taken place as a part of Napoleon Bonaparte's rule. Okay, so then we'll see what are the important things happened at the Vienna Congress, and again what changes taken place in the Europe, particularly we'll see as a part of Vienna Congress. Then we'll see revolutions in Europe in between 1830 and 1848. And the revolution of 1830 and revolution of 1848, one of the important revolutions which taken place in the French. And due to these revolutions which happened in the France, also got certain changes in other countries of the Europe. Okay, we'll see all these things as a part of module 3. Okay, so and then also we'll see about transition from feudalism to the capitalism also, right? So and as a part of module 4, we have a clear cut things about industrial revolution and its causes, inventions, and its results, particularly the consequences, and rise of industrial capitalism. Then we'll see the due to the industrialization, how the labor and socialist movements has existed. Okay, so because due to invention of these industries, where the use of machines in the place of manual, and which created certain unemployment, and also due to the unemployment, certain movements has taken place, certain labor movements and socialist movements. Okay, so and we'll see all those things, and the labor movements as a part of where working hours, about the working hours and weekend holidays and certain about hygienic conditions. Okay, so about these only, these labor movements has taken place. Okay, so and against and will due to industrialization, we have to see the society which is turned into the two groups. One is the capitalist class and the labor class. Okay, so where the Marxism has started, highlighted these things basically. Okay, next we will see about the colonialism and imperialism in Asia and Africa. Okay, how the colonialism turned into the imperialism, and where how this imperialism particularly existed in Asia and Africa. Okay, so we'll see all these things in the module 4. And as a part of module 5, you'll see about unification of Italy and the rise of nationalism. And as a part of rise of nationalism, we'll see certain we see here two important events. One is unification of Italy and unification of Germany. And we'll see, first of all, unification of Italy, where the Mazzini, Cavo, and Garibaldi is contribution. And later we'll go with unification of Germany, where the Bismarck and the contribution of Prussia we'll see here. Okay, so finally, we will conclude with the Austro-Prussian War and Franco-Prussian War. Finally, the Treaty of Frankfurt, which taking place in 1871. And due to the Treaty of Frankfurt, these both, unification of Italy and unification of Germany, both has completed. Okay, so this is end of our syllabus up to 1871, right? Students are hearing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is about your syllabus, and regarding your syllabus, there are certain readings, suggested readings in the below your syllabus, and you already have your syllabus copies. You maybe have certain books also in the suggested readings. Among them, you can the best one is B.V. Rao World History, which is very simple language and very compressed one. And if you have this B.V. Rao's World History, you can go through it, and you also get the book as a part of PDF in online. Try once. Otherwise, you can inform me. I will send you the copy. Right, students. This is about my class today, and I will meet you tomorrow again. And you have any doubts regarding the syllabus or any general doubts regarding your classes, you can ask me now. Any doubts, students?
No, sir.
No? You have any doubts regarding not only my paper, you have any doubts about other papers or any general clarifications, you are welcome to ask me. Otherwise, you also ask any other teacher, and but you have to clarify your doubts. Okay, so otherwise you can chat in the WhatsApp group also. We have one group, departmental group. Uh, so you can post certain questions or doubts what you have in the WhatsApp group, so that the teachers may respond. Right? Students, shall I end my class now?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Sure, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you.